Right. Hi again, everybody. And another one in a series of speakers who are going to be at our Ancestral Health Festival in Brainford in the UK in August. And this time, my good friend Ben Hunt, who I've made a million videos with and collaborated on various projects, and we've run events together as well. So, Ben, just quickly, for people who don't know you, what are you up to? What do you do?
Oh, that's the hardest question of all. So, oh my goodness. I mean, I come from a marketing background, but I've just always been interested in everything, and particularly how we can just be happy and free and healthy. So, yeah, that's sent me down loads and loads of rabbit holes. And I got into gardening. I was mad into gardening and vegetable growing for my sins a few years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. I was dead keen on this, and that took me to conferences about soil and rebuilding the environment and stuff like that. And I started hearing things about how people were they were talking about the importance of cattle and ruminant animals for the planet and for the soil, and then they were starting to talk about for our health, that meat was really, really important for our health, and there were things in meat that we absolutely needed. And that was kind of news to me because, like everybody else, I knew for an absolute fact that animals and animal farming were terrible for the environment and were going to choke us all to death. And of course, that meat was bad for you and all that kind of stuff. So that then got me exploring people who eat only meat. And that got me to your group, Phil, about 6 years ago, 100% carnivore and beyond. So I started exploring that. And we met and got on immediately and started collaborating on a load of stuff. So obviously, you and I have run the Big Fat Challenge since the start of 2023, which has been fantastic. We've helped hundreds of people to regain control of their own health and their diet and their bodies and all that kind of stuff, which has been fantastic. And but now I've gone back to a previous passion, which is helping people to escape the rat race, start their own businesses. And but of course, along that road, we wrote two incredible books. Number one, The Red Pill Revolution, and then The Red Pill Food Revolution, which I think are two of the very best things I've ever been involved with.
They're brilliant. Yeah, they're absolutely brilliant. And hopefully people can pick up some copies on the day. But what are you going to be speaking about on the day, Ben?
Well, I'm very, very excited about it, but I'm going to be talking about how the modern world that we've all grown up in, although it tells us over and over again that it's all set up for our benefit and that all the advice and the science and the education and everything that we're given is meant to be good for us, that in fact it's all completely the reverse. And that really the secret to happiness, health, and living a satisfactory life very often is just about doing the exact opposite of what everyone tells you to do. We know that with food. I mean, there's loads of great speakers who are going to be covering a lot of points in this, but I think we'll start with like the fundamentals of how the system, as we call it, or the matrix, or whatever you want, um, it's really just set up to drain our life force and to keep us stupid, slow, stressed, and working like a cog in a machine for half a century of our lives, in order to come out the other end going, oh, was that it? You know, and basically there's a far more satisfying life out there for all of us that we can enjoy. But first, you've got to take the red pill. You've got to see through all the BS, really.
Brilliant. Looking forward to it. Ben always does great presentations. So what do you think? I mean, we've run some events together and they were wonderful. But what do you think are the most important things about why people should go to live events and not stay online? And what do they get out of these live events particularly?
Well, it's human contact, isn't it? I mean, Zoom's great. The internet's fantastic. We can all use it. We can learn a lot, but there's nothing to replace human contact. So if you think about it, I mean, we talk so much about how humans evolved, and however you think we got here, we've got this particular design, and we lived in tribes for the majority of our time here, walking on the earth. And when we did that, we all helped each other, we taught each other, we learned from each other, we took from the natural abundance of nature what we needed, and the other interesting thing is that it didn't take an awful lot of time. We probably spent, like hunter-gatherers do today, 15 to 20 hours a week doing physical stuff, and the rest of the time was there to be enjoyed, to tell stories, sing songs, do dances, explore the plant and fungal medicine around us, and just generally lounge about like predators do. But yeah, so I think it's brilliant that it's the ancestral theme of this, because it really is the answer to this. I remember the first time when we all met in person, as me, you, Jeremy Ayres, and Graham Norbury all came round to my house, and I remember saying to you guys, do you know what? I've got this feeling that like the answer to everything is ancestral, and you all went, yeah, huh? Because it absolutely is. Humans were always healthy. We thrived. We survived ice ages, and we were free. We didn't have to answer to anyone. You didn't need to get permission from anyone to collect water or to feed yourself or anything like that. We didn't need people in white coats, and we certainly didn't need politicians. So in the Red Pill Food Revolution, we tell a whole story about that, about how the psychopaths came to be in charge. But I won't preempt it. Well, I'll try and fit that into my talk as well.
That's fantastic, Ben. Can't wait. So listen, there's a link below if anybody wants to book. All the details of all sorts of different activities going on there. And also on the event page, there's full podcasts with all these guys on my Red Pill Buddhas podcast if you want to get to know them even better. Or if you really want to get to know them, come along to the event. So Ben, thank you so much, mate. See you there.
Pleasure, mate. Looking forward to it.